Well, guys, happy Nirvana. And I wasn't going to make this video, but then I decided after a little while that, yeah, I'm going to make this video. So this involves what, how this is going forward. Now, I've already got some stuff pre-recorded, so this isn't going to be wham bam. It's going to be right there, but right now I'm thinking I'm going to wind down the British taste tasting snacks, at least temporarily, because one, I wouldn't say it's a far drive, but it's a 5 hour round trip to go to the store. And even if it's only every 2 weeks, it's kind of a drain. Not only just the drive, but also financially, what money I'm putting into doing this. Now, I'm not saying that this series is going to go completely away. It's just that I'm probably not going to be, after I get these last couple episodes uh, up, I'm probably going to be scaling back on it. Now, am I doing away with everything? No. The plan is I'm going to try something, to find something to fill in. What it is, I'm not 100% sure. I'm going to be winding down the tips to London also here pretty soon. Um, what I'm going to do is I'm going to start expanding out of London. Honestly, as much as I love London, and there's a lot of stuff I can go on and on about London, and it's stuff I'll probably revisit, but um, just don't want things to get stale, so I kind of want to move around on some things. Um, as it's getting warmer, I'd like to do some outside recording if I do trips. Um, I'm going to nature. I do nature photography, so I might be doing some recording once I start going out and doing that photography. But I'm going to bring in, I think, a lot more what I want to say locally, but being from Ohio, what Ohio has to offer, and also maybe um, places I've visited throughout the states. Now, there's a lot of places I haven't been. Um, so if you're looking for, hey, what's your places in New York City? I've never been there. Hey, Los Angeles, never been there. I've never been to California. I've never been to Florida. I don't really have a desire to go to either of those two states, which is somewhat oxymoronic and weird because my favorite pro football team is from the state of Florida, but it's just not a state that I've ever really been, yeah, I want to go. And that's the same way with California. Now, when I'm doing this, I don't want to put a lot of my own personal life into it. So this is not going to be a per- personal vlog per se, but just sharing my own um, opinions on places that I've seen, visited, things that I think that maybe um, people might be interested to know. Because I think uh, people think about Ohio. Number one thing usually you get, if it's a sports fan, it's obviously the Buckeyes, and then our pro sports teams. But if it's an overall thing, people seem to like to focus on the only thing that's in Ohio is Cedar Point, the amusement park. And there's a lot of neat things in Ohio that I think people just take for granted, that Ohio is just a blasé state that doesn't offer anything. And as much as I've talked about wanting to get out of state, there is a lot that this state offers. So here in the future, I'm going to start focusing on Ohio. Also, I'll be looking at, I'm not very far from Indiana, so there's going to be a lot of stuff from Indiana. Last week, went to Indianapolis. It was a good experience, a bad experience. Good experience. First time I was ever to Indianapolis Motor Speedway. I actually got to stand on the track. Now, I don't think I've ever thought I'd ever be at Speedway. I knew I'd never be there for a race, but to actually be at Speedway was kind of a different experience. Now, bad was, my plan was going to the State Museum, and I think it's Ethelberg Museum of Native American and Western Art, which is in White River State Park. They have a parking garage there for that, and it's not marked very good. It's on a one-way street. Once you miss it, it's hectic to go around. I had already driven 2.5 hours to Indianapolis. I wasn't going to fool with it, so I just said, heck with it, I'm going back home. That's how I am sometimes. Sometimes I'm determined that I'm gonna see something, I'm gonna see it. So maybe sometime in the future, if I can figure out for sure the parking situation, I might revisit that. But it's not something that I'm going to, actively seek out. There are a lot of things in Ohio I've not seen yet, which is funny because I'll be turning 48 here in a couple weeks. And it's not like we're a gigantic state, but I mean, there's a ton of things I've not seen that I think would be pretty cool to see. So this year, next year, I'm going to start trying to make a list of things I want to see, and I'm going to try to knock those off my bucket list, just like I knocked London off my bucket list. I do need to renew my passport because I do want to do more traveling when I can afford it internationally. I need to make it back up to Canada. It has been a very long time since I've been to Canada. It'll be, I think, 15 years this year since I've been to Toronto. I'd love to go back to Toronto and see how much has changed since I've been there last. So yeah, that's what kind of, I'm not going to say I'm going to go away from the snack stuff, but I want to try to diversify the product I'm putting out there, and I don't want to just pigeonhole myself into, hey, it's a food eating channel, even though that seems to be what videos are driving this channel. And, maybe eventually you'll get to see this on a regular basis. I'm waving in front of my face. I don't think it's necessary, but, I guess, when you see someone actually talking instead of just hearing a voice and seeing a chest in front of a screen. Other things I might look at is, I am a collector of many things. If you see, right over here, that is my Boba Fett corner. I have a couple autographs, and one of the things I've been kind of hesitant on, I seen that Daniel Logan. I already have his autograph, but a friend got it for me, and I like the opportunity to meet him. But he's gonna be at a convention in Worcester the day before my birthday. Now, the only thing that makes me hesitate is not the cost, but it's the distance. I worked the night before, and then it's a 2.5 hour drive to Worcester from where I live. So it's like, do I drive that far for the opportunity to meet one person? Generally, I would say yes, but as I'm getting older, the more unpredictable I am about how I feel about doing things. But I have figurines here. I've done miniature paintings, not for games. I just buy the miniatures because I like to paint the stuff. And I have a fairly large card collection. I don't know how large you would say large, but it's a decently large card collection. Um, there's enough sports card channels, though. I don't think I want to dwell into that much. This is already a lot longer than I wanted it to be, but I'm rambling, and I'm just going to keep rambling on. So anyhow, I'm going to kind of mismatch stuff. You might I might do an episode here and there about pop culture. Might do something about movies. I might do something about YouTube channels I watch. I'm not sure what I'm going to completely dwell into. I just know that, once again, the time it takes to get down there and the money I'm spending, I don't really want to do this bi-weekly on traveling, getting snack stuff, and trying to spread out the videos to 6 or 7 videos. Maybe some people find it interesting. I think it's interesting, but again, I can see where, especially focusing or hyper focusing on the UK, you kind of make yourself into a niche. And like I said, I won't totally go away from it, but I don't want it to be the singular focus. So that is where I am with the update. Like I said, I have some things already recorded and scheduled. They're already uploaded to YouTube, so the taste testing will not go away right immediately. I still have some stuff that I got left that I have enough for another video or two. So you've got another couple weeks, and by then I may have decided to take a trip down there. So you might get some videos here and there, but again, I think I'm going to transition out of just UK. If I'm doing snacks, I'm going to do either the versus battle, this versus US, or I'm going to just do a generalized international version. I might just, what I might do is, if I go down there, I might just pick a couple of random countries, and then that's what the series is going to focus on. These 2 or 3 countries. So you might have 2 videos for Germany, 2 videos for France, 2 videos for Japan, so, something like that. Just getting a overall idea of snacks from around the world. So we're going to wrap this up. And if you've been watching, I really do appreciate it. I hope the videos that I put out for not just the snacks, but also the trip tips, for those who have been watching, I hope it is informative to you, because I know England's not going to be so much different from the U.S. as far as food. They have a lot of Americanized stuff over there, which might surprise people. But it's kind of neat to waver from what you're used to, not to go to another country and the first thing you think is, I want McDonald's, I want Burger King, I want KFC, and trying something different. Whether it's the snacks or it's the food in general. So, alright, gonna wrap it up. It's Happy Nirvana. Out. Bye ya.